rickshaw here, and the little rickshaws over there. Ah, he's on the ball. I had a subscriber from many months ago was asking me about the vlogging stuff, and a lot of things have changed while I was doing all this. And today my little daughter Dorothy saw ants in there, and there was a whole bunch of ants inside my bag, so I had to clean it out, spray it with alcohol. It's dry now, so I'll show you the different vlogger equipment I've got, things I like, things I don't. I have these nice little cases. I'm using a different little mic now there's my fuzzy muff, and these little lavalier lapel mics are the best. I have a Rode, it's a big long banana like one, and I got that Boya M1M or whatever it's called. It's a fuzzy muff. Yeah, they work okay, but for what they cost, this one I'm using right here, I think this one was cheap. I had to buy a little adapter, but it was a little over 100 peso, so I got that. I've got all kinds of my little connectors to connect up and charging things. Cables for the other mics. I keep them in the box in these so they don't get eaten by the ants. I got a bunch of memory cards and stuff like that that I got. Here in this country through Lazada, the sand discs don't get them because you're liable to get a bootlegged one. My best luck I had was with the Toshibas and the Samsungs. I got a 1 terabyte Samsung in my phone. I bought a special when they had some Toshibas. I got a 128 card in this camera. It's it's called a Sony FDR 3000X. That's my camera. I'm going to get another one. You'll just have a spare, and then I'll just mount this directly to the helmet. That's a nice little waterproof thing it comes in. This one I'm going to drill out the back. I'll take the camera apart, drill it out the back, so I can just slide the camera inside the box, leave this mounted to one of the helmets. I'll have a second one also in case you want to do some underwater stuff. Talking about underwater, I bought this camera right here. It's called the Fuji XP 130. I call it the Fuji POS. Absolute garbage. Don't waste your money on this. It's never taken not one single good picture. It doesn't do anything it advertised it would do. It's waterproof though. I bought it so the ants wouldn't get it. I had a Casio camera that I liked. Let me show you this first so I can put it on the camera. This is the other thing I use daily. It's an extender. I'm going to put it on the camera now. It had a phone thing that held on it that just screwed onto it. And then now I can put this camera on it. So I use this wand all the time. But I was talking about my Casio camera. It was the most fantastic camera. When I went into the camera shop, a buddy loaned me his camera, and it was horrible because when I take pictures of the kids or anything, it took seconds to take the picture, so you lost the shot. It's not like my old Nikons and stuff. You push the button, it takes the picture. So I was in the store and I saw this Casio, and I was trying. Hang on, guys. I was trying all the cameras, and this Casio I picked out. I don't remember the model. It took the picture like within a split second. So that was a good camera. It had a nice bright screen. It took the most fantastic pictures, and it was cheap. I think it's like $50 or $60, something way back then. But it was a great camera. But it was sitting on my refrigerator at our first house, and the ants broke into it and mined out. They ate the flash unit, they ate the inside, so it was basically done for. I got this one. I thought, okay, it should be pretty good, different reviews and stuff. I wanted it because I didn't want any kind of lens that comes popping out. Those will break. And it's waterproof, but like I say, it takes horrible pictures. I tried to get some pictures when they filled the swimming pool, and it was just terrible pictures. I had my kids underneath the water. I got under the water. I could see them clear as a bell. In the camera, all you could see, it was like they were behind a big cloud, and you could just barely make out it was a kid. No matter what I did with the adjustments, I tried automatic everything. It's just absolutely a worthless piece of junk. It won't balance the white thing. It won't put things to my phone. It's supposed to be able to Wi-Fi over to my phone or Bluetooth. It won't do any of that stuff. Did it one time and then it won't do it. I keep it in my bag because somebody attacks me, I can beat them in the head with it, or if I find somebody I really don't like, I'll just give it to them as a gift. But I got a lot of cool stuff in my kit. It's all cleaned out. There's no more ants. I put this in here. And then, of course, I have this thing right here I bought. This was a really good deal at Lazada. I got it for like 1,000 pesos. It's got a real long memory on it. You push the one button, it'll record audio. And you could push it real quick, and for my memory, if I got something I'm thinking about in the store, I'll talk into it. It's got the camera's actually really good. It does it in like 1080p. I had it on my, I had a little thin rope thing on there. It broke though, and I had it on my keychain, and I had got stopped in the Piaggio one time. The cars were all going through the light, and the traffic dude hollered, "Stop!" because I was cooking along trying to make the light, and I stopped well into the light. And if I wouldn't have had this, it wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been good at all. Hey, bub. So, I had him on there. He didn't see my camera, so he didn't think I was recording. And then when I told him, "Hey, pal, I've been recording you the whole time," right here, then he kind of just backed off and let me go, because he was just trying to extort me for some money. I didn't go through the light. I stopped in plenty of time. My Piaggio actually, the drums all the way around, but boy, all three of them tires, you hit the brakes, it really slowed down well. So, and I also have, I bought these batteries at Lazada. These were real cheap. I got 3 of them for like only a few hundred pesos. They're supposed to be 800. To charge my phone, it won't charge my phone fully. It'll keep me on for a while. If I'm down to 15%, put this on, it'll bring it up to maybe 30, 40%, and then the other one will bring it up to 80, not even 80. But it works really good for these batteries. For the camera itself, it'll charge it up. Plus, it also charges the other camera, that Fuji piece of junk I got. So I got 2 of these. Hey, don't hit me on my feet. Leave me be, guy. Okay. And there's the second one. I got a second one here. Those go in there. I keep them charged up. They hold their charge a long time. They work really good for quick charges like that. I also have the little, it's a camera thingy for the Nike or the Sony Cam. You can put this on a wristwatch, or there's a little mounting thing where I can mount it to the motorcycle so you could see what you're doing. I got to get into the settings. I lost the book on it somehow. It was all in here and it just disappeared. So I want to go ahead and figure that out, because it runs for 10, 15 seconds and then it shuts off. So I got to figure that out. But I got that. Oh, here's the little mount right here. Here's the mount. And it'll mount. I have a really nice handlebar thing, one for a bicycle, one for a bigger round motorcycle. I got a whole bunch of stuff inside with the Rode mic and the Buell and all that, and a bunch of different connectors and things. Some of these connectors that go on the helmet are just incredibly stupid, because you got to put these big stupid arms on there and they shake too much. I wish something come up better. I have to design one myself. I have a nice kind of a head mount that if I want to do something hands-free, and I'll be doing some videos on different things, and this seems to work really good, so I want to get to using that for some videos when I'm doing stuff. Hopefully I'll be getting doing some things when we get to the new house, and I'll do some home improvement kind of stuff, and that'll be pretty cool. But I got a nice kit. I got a lot of like I say, a lot of those cards. Let's put this away. No more ants in here. And I got a bunch of cables and little, they're like spongy muffs for it. I also have a really nice headset mic thing, but I have no need for it really, because I'm not listening to anything. Works pretty good. Getting all this stuff back in here. Got the official original rickshaw glasses that my little daughter bought me. She got them out of a machine. And these glasses, by the way, you can get them at Lazada. I call them rickshaw glasses, but and then I got the charger for these little Wasabi batteries. I want to thank my subscriber. His name escapes me right now. He said, when you're running your camera, are you running your Wi-Fi on all the time and your Bluetooth? And well, yeah, it was on. I had it on. He said that'll help your battery if you turn that off while you're videoing, and I did. Those Wasabi batteries, I was getting 6 to 8 minutes out of them. I did a video here that was 20-some minutes, and it without the Wi-Fi on and the Bluetooth, and it handled it no problem. So thanks for that. And it'll charge up real quick. My battery packs I got, they'll charge up the Wasabis 5-6 times one pack, and it'll charge my Sony, like official Sony battery, it'll charge it up one good time. But I do run out if I see the battery's gone down a little bit on these Wasabis, even one bubble, I just pull it, because if I try to load it to the phone so I can get it up to the internet, it'll just die in the middle of it, and I got to start all over. There's no half-stepping with this dang thing. So that's the way that goes. I got another nice little clip that clips onto some of these things I got. I keep that in there. I got my adapter for charger, and I got a few chargers in here that I have handy. And then, of course, I got my gold. These are the gold rickshaw glasses. Ooh, they were really nice. They sent me that by accident. They were supposed to send me silver ones, but they sent me the gold ones, so that was kind of cool. I use them from time to time. And my buddy Odin gave me this thing is really cool. If I want to read, or if I'm doing something in the camera box, it's a little LED light. It plugs into one of my batteries. It's just a really cool light, and thanks Odin for that. I really appreciate that. He's given me some really cool techie stuff. Got my little cards there from the kids. I've got some, this is like the Boya mic. There's the Boya mic, MM1, BYMM1. It works okay, but it's not, it's not that cool. And then I got all kinds, like I say, all these connectors and stuff. I'll get these back in here. And then these jobs, I set these in here like this. Got rid of all the amps. There's my really good mic that I use all the time. I wanted to show it to you, so I'm using the other one. This other one I have, it's the only one that I had to buy an adapter so it would work. It just plugs right into the phone, it works. All the other ones just plug in the phone and works, but this one don't. It was one that I bought like 3 of them, and they sent me 4, and this one was in there. So I don't know what was up with that, but it had a different connector, so I had to get this little adapter so that it would work in the camera. So I try to make sure it all works. I got some redundancy. So, and then this goes right there, and that's pretty much my vlogging kit that I carry around. I have a lot more stuff that I'll set up at the house. I'll probably put that Banana Road mic on the tripod and have that. I got a boom arm too, a real cool movable boom arm. Might just clamp that right to the desk wherever I set up the computer. I'm planning on getting rid of the phone when I'm moved. We get a computer. All this stuff takes time. We'll go through it all and talk to you. I got a bike. I was one fellow on there said, "Oh, you got the you're going to get the YXT." He thought, and no, I'm getting the YTX, and that one is like the tricycle one. And he was saying, "Oh, I seen him for $84,000. That was the YXT. That's the dirt bike one." I actually went on a trip where I got to ride one. I was out in I got a mental block on the name of this town all the time. It's going towards New Valley, and Yamaha dealer there. And I saw a sign coming out of work one time. They said, "Oh, this weekend we're going to have ride things where you can try the bikes out." So I wanted to try that one out. It's very popular in South America. It's big time down there. I haven't seen too many on the roads here, but the ones I did see with a husband and wife, they were bottoming out like me. One of my problems is not that I'm that heavy, but I'm so long I wind up sitting in the passenger seat, so I'm stressing the back end of the bike more. It's like a leverage thing. It's making more weight. I went out of the parking lot, we did some riding, and that thing was doing nothing but bottoming out the whole time unless I stood up. You know, the bike shouldn't have had a seat. But it was really, really flickable. Some people in the vlog said it didn't have enough power or anything, but they weren't riding it right. A lot of people keep these little thumpers, these little tiny thumpers, and they want to just run them at three grand. Well, of course, there's no power there. You got to wind these things up. You know, when you're running one of them and you want to keep moving, you get that thing, you know, 3/4 of the way to the red line, and you keep it there. You know, that's just how you run those little babies. You got to remember they're not given power only, but a small percentage of the time. So, but I got the other bike coming. I want to do moto vlogs. That's the whole reason I bought this camera. And I saw a lot of other cameras. I saw British Biker had beautiful pictures and really nice stuff. And it was very stable, even though it was on his helmet. Okay, so I thought, okay, not yet. I'll call you. And so I went ahead. Just cool it a little bit, okay? So I went ahead and started watching a lot of other vlogs, and a lot of them will put down in the description the equipment they use. That's kind of like what I was doing now. It's not in the description, it's just I'm doing the video on it. But it just wasn't as nice. None of them. They got the digital stabilizing, and I'm just not buying that that's the greatest thing in the world. Plus, when they're on somebody's helmet, they look stupid. At least this thing looks kind of cool. So I'm going to get a second one. This one, like I say, I'm going to drill the back. There's a vlogger. He's out west. He drives through the mountains. He has drones, and he does these beautiful rides. His name's Tyler. I can't remember the name of his site right now. Haven't seen a video from him in a while. But I have a video saved to my phone that shows how to take the thing apart, remove the back door without ruining it, and I'll put all that stuff in a safe place, put it all back together, have the nice hole drilled in so I can get the mic in the back. Then I can slide the camera in and out of that housing. I'll have one housing like that, and the new camera, I'll keep the one waterproof housing. That way, if I ride, you know, I'm going to put a piece of tape over the top of the covering so it's not blazing in the sun all day. Maybe get some kind of a little sock that'll go around it, just to keep it out of the sun. And because I plan on doing some nice rides, and you know, I'd like to do some around here because there's some beautiful scenery around here, but we'll probably be down around Lipaway. The bike is coming. I ordered a sprocket. I'm going to have them put the rear sprocket on with 2 more teeth in the back. Give me a little bit lower gearing for me. Now, we couldn't find the size, and they wouldn't take a cover off one of the new bikes. There wasn't a mechanic there that day, and I didn't even ask them to do it. And they couldn't find any paperwork to say how big that front sprocket was. I was looking on my phone, couldn't find it. So I just ordered a 13. And if it's a 13 on there now, then I got a spare, but I won't put a 12 because it just wears the chains too much. When you start getting too small in the chains, it just wears them out. So if I have to down the road, if it's a 13 on there now, then I'll just go to maybe 4 teeth on the back once we put the tricycle on. I'm getting the tricycle first, or the motorcycle for the tricycle first. I'll ride it around for a year, and then we're definitely going to put a tricycle on it, so that we want to use that as our local rider. And then down the road a little bit after we're settled, then I'll get the I'm pretty much set on that WR 155R, just because I won't have to do anything to it. I had one bike in my life that I never had to do anything to, and that was the Buell Ulysses. You know, I'm looking at Harley. Harley's blowing it, so it's so big. When they got rid of that, I know I heard because there wasn't parts, aftermarket parts, so they can make all this money and all that stuff. But they blew it when they got rid of that. When I saw that bike, I said, I want it, but it was $12,000-13,000, and then the salesman called me up. He says, "We're getting rid of them. Buell's done. Come down here right now. I got one for you. I'll hold it." And I got it for $7 grand. You know, and that was a cool deal. Coolest bike in the world. The gasoline's in the frame. The oil bag, instead of being by the motor, is in the swing arm. That's where you drain the oil out. Just so cool. The exhaust can was servo operated, so it was very quiet if you were cruising under 35. But when you got on it and you hit over 35, that exhaust opened up and gave a mighty roar with that Thunderbolt engine. Just absolutely my favorite bike I ever owned in my entire life. I wished I could have it here. It's just fantastic. But you know, they're making this big Pan America now. What a big joke. Why don't Harley make why don't they make just a nice dirt bike like when I was young? Make a middleweight. Use the Buell stuff with the fuel in the frame and oil in the swing arm, and give us like that one bike they had that was just a half of a 1200. It was a one long instead of V twin. They had that on the bike that they wound up destroying them all. And get something like that. Get something, make it as light as possible. Use your magic Harley. Another thing about bikes too, I wish that other bike companies would do. I'm not just going to dish on Harley. I wish they'd all start going to the belt, or at least give you an option for the belt. I had a Sportster that I bought. I wasn't going to buy a Harley. I was looking online for the best fuel economy bike that was in middleweight range, 800. I bought an 883, and then when I was down there, I was looking at the 1200, and the guy says, hey, we can put your 1200 jugs on this. It'll be a little rocket. And I kept the 883, so I did that right at the dealer. 883 was 8,000. 1200 was 12,000, but for 1,500 I got the jugs thrown on, so I got it for 9,500, middle of the road. And that thing was a Zoomer, a light to light. I had a buddy who had this Cowie 1300, 1350, I think, and he couldn't touch me light to light because this thing just got up and went. And it was my work mule. I drove that thing. When I first got it, I was going all the way out to where they had the big windmills in California. I was having to drive a good 100 miles or something just to get to work one way. And it just did it. I put 98,000. I know the belt you were supposed to change at 40 or 45, and I just never got around to it. Kept the bike clean, and it never went. I actually sold it for with that belt on it to a girl, and then I gave her the money for a belt because I said, look, I never changed it. I mean, I took care of all the maintenance, AMS oil in the engine, good air cleaners all the time. I used to be into those Can-Am filters until they started giving me problems with the oil getting on the mass air sensor and just stupid things happening. So I just go with the factory filter right now. I actually had a little piece of foam stuff I would put over it, a mesh foam, put a little oil on it, and that's the way I roll on them. But the bike will be coming soon. I still got to get a few things done. I have some nice helmets now. I did the reviews on the helmets on previous videos. You'd have to go back and look for it. I think I got way over 300 videos now, so I know a lot of people you haven't seen the old ones. So if you have seen the old ones and you hear me rehash and stuff, it's for all the new folks. I'm really happy what's happening with the channel. In a week, it jumped up. It more than doubled the subscribers. The views, I think it said the views went up 680% on the little analytics thingy. I don't know what a lot of that other stuff means, like impressions and impression rate. If anyone knows, they could put it in the comments or hit me on my Rickshaw Messenger through Facebook, because I don't know what any of that stuff means. Don't know why I'm still not monetized, probably because of my stance on certain things. So I'm not going to sweat it. If we do ever get monetized, it's all going to go to help out folks around here anyway. And who knows, if they shut me off again, I might have to go to a different thing, like British Bikers on Rumble now. He totally got rid of his YouTube. I think he's got some old ones up, but I don't think he's putting new ones on there. A lot of the channels I see are going to that. I had a couple other ones, and they shut the one off, and then it's Parlor, and then it's on. So, it was like Ross Perot. He was in, he was out. Okay, fine, screw you. And that's the way I feel with this Parlor. You either shit or get off the pot. That's what I've always said. But that's just the way that goes. But that's my kit. I hope it's not too long. Don't forget to pray for each other and take care of each other. And I did want to say about that Pan America, though. Harley, you're blowing it. Why do we need another big, heavy, stupid thing? I know some guys really like it. It's great for America if you're going to be out on the highway all the time, but I would hate to see that thing off-road. I would hate to see that. So, but you all take care. And this is going to be Rickshaw out.